What do you think? Good morning, everyone. Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Friday. We are winding down the year. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I was talking with Heather yesterday, and she was like, Dad, I can't believe how fast the year has gone. And I'm like, I know, baby girl. I said, it has gone by very, very fast. And she's doing good. And that's, that's the important thing. She's happy, she's healthy, and that's all we can hope for. Anyway, I wanted to, obviously now we are officially in winter, even though we've already had some snow before official winter started, but now that we are officially in winter, I wanted to talk about the importance of what kind of things that you should have in your vehicle, how you should be dressing appropriately. And when I say appropriately, I'm sure a lot of us have seen those morons that always wear shorts, that never have proper gear. They don't layer up in those type of things. The weather, can always have an effect on things. If you got off the road in a snowbank and if you ran out without your jacket and hat or gloves, and you had your shorts on because you always wear shorts, Eric. That can cost you your life if you don't have the proper gear in your vehicle. So what should you have? And if you wear shorts all the time, knock yourself out, have a great time with it, whatever you want to do. And, that's perfectly fine. You can do what you want. But you should have in your vehicle, you should always have at least a change of clothes, heavier clothes, long johns. You should have, a decent hat, gloves, an extra jacket, things that you can layer, like, a sweatshirt, those type of things in your vehicle. A wool blanket is another thing. Always have a wool blanket as well. And you need to plan ahead. Wool socks, those type of things. An extra pair of boots, because maybe you're not wearing good foot gear at the time if something happens. But if you have that extra gear in your vehicle, even if you keep it in your trunk or whatnot, you have that available. There's so many examples of people being stranded, people dying because of stupidity, over and over and over again. It takes me back to last year in Buffalo. And it's not, and here's the saddest part about this. It's not like the weatherman hasn't told you, we got this whopper of a storm coming in, especially up there. We got this whopper of a storm coming in, and, be ready for it, and, stay off the roads if you can, and all those type of things. Well, it reminds me of last year. There was a young lady that, 23 years old, she's now dead, and she was out, did not have proper winter gear in her vehicle, and she ended up, getting stranded. And she was talking to her mother on the phone, and she says, well, I'm going to stay in the car as long as I can, and, and then if I have to, I'll make a break for it and try to get somewhere to safety. Well, what ended up happening is, because there was so much snow that it got over the tailpipe, and she ended up dying of carbon monoxide poisoning. Now, it could have been avoided, even if she had decided to stay in her car as long as she could, by going out, making sure that the tailpipe was cleared. So there's one way. Had she been taught, to watch out for that, Also, by making sure she had the proper gear in her vehicle, that she could have gotten dressed, said, okay, I'm in a screwed situation, it's time to get out of Dodge, been able to dress in layers, get out of the vehicle, have proper foot gear and all that type of thing. Stay here, baby. Oh, it's Steve. I was like, what's she seeing? And if she'd had that proper gear, she would have been, okay, and she could have gotten to safety, and she would still be alive today. Again, especially in that area, especially Buffalo, because they get major storms coming in off the lakes, and they'll get a tremendous amount of snow in one shot, like they did. And I think it was I can't remember exactly how many people lost their lives up there because of that snow, and a lot of it was avoidable had they been properly prepared. So this video was basically to encourage you to make sure you have that proper gear in your vehicle. Make sure you have the right clothing available to you if you need it. Obviously, also make sure you have water and some kind of food in your vehicle that you can get to, that you can utilize, in that emergency situation. Like if it is such a bad storm and you can't, leave your vehicle, and if it's safer for you to stay and wait in your vehicle, well, if you have the proper gear in your vehicle, you can go, okay, yeah, this is going to suck, but we're going to get through it, we're going to make it, and we're going to be okay. And, again, having that wool blanket, having something that you can layer up in, have the long johns, have extra, even if it's a pair of sweatpants. Sweatpants can go over a pair of jeans. That's another layer of protection, or whatever, pants that you have on, plenty of extra socks. And then if you have to hunker up, you run the car for a little while, you turn it off, and, that way you conserve your gas. And there's so many ways that you can deal with that situation where even in a worst case scenario that you can be okay for quite a while, if you've prepared properly. So those are just some things to think about. I want to encourage you. Obviously, you should be going through your bug out bags, spring and winter anyway, just to make sure that your food is fresh, that you have, you're rotating your water in and out of there, that you are making sure that you're in good shape winter-wise, or spring-wise, and you have the proper gear. Because you can freeze to death in the summer too. I don't know if a lot of people don't realize that, but that is absolutely a possibility that can happen. I also always keep a tarp in the vehicle as well. That's just something that I've always done. And so, like I said, with proper planning, an emergency situation doesn't always have to lead to somebody dying. So, just something to think about, folks. Wanted to share that with you. I want to remind everybody that I'll be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. And I would encourage you all to join me then. We'll have a good discussion. Topic to be determined. Haven't decided what the topic is going to be yet, but we'll figure something out, and we're going to go from there. So that's where we're at right now. It's a little cooler now. Today's the forecast is kind of changing now. We're going to have cooler days and cooler nights. But as of right now, as you can see, we have no snow on the ground, which is absolutely okay with me. Every day that we get through is one day closer to spring at this point in time. And I know we just officially went into winter, but, like I said, every day that we get through with no snow, that is a good thing. So, all right, folks, I am going to jump off of here for now. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope you've had a good week. Continue to prep, obviously, that's important. Remember, folks, we truly are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we're going to be in much better shape. We have to stop letting them divide us over race, religion, political affiliation. It's all nonsense. None of it means anything. If we can come together as human beings and work together, we're going to be in better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that's going to stop you from achieving those goals is you. That's it, nobody else. If you stay away from the negativity, you're going to be just fine. Stay away from negative people that want to bring you down. That's all they're trying to do is, get to you and hurt you, and, just don't let them do it. Succeed in spite of them. Set realistic goals and then set about to making them happen, folks. That's all you got to do. All right? So anyway, please be safe. Please continue to prep. Be as ready as you can be. And I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.